countdown to Artemis II, with the window opening in just under 90 minutes.
A live look at the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida, where the rocket is loaded with more than 700,000 gallons of fuel. And we have just learned, Danny, tell me if this is correct, there was a technical issue in the rocket's abort system, but we are told that specialists have now resolved that issue, and they did that before the launch window opens. Confirmation from our producers in the back.
Okay, well, astronauts took to the launch pad earlier today, and we can see them giving a thumbs up as they entered the capsule, and they're now strapped in and ready for takeoff.
We have team coverage from Florida to local watch parties, and of course, we're keeping an eye on the forecast. Let's begin with Dick Brennan and the very latest on the launch. Dick.
Well, Jess and Christine, the last astronauts left the moon in 1972. This mission will not be a landing, but a first step to what could be bases on the lunar surface in years to come. But in the next hour or so, what is often considered one of the most anxiety-ridden portions of a mission, liftoff.
Here they are, NASA's Artemis II crew. Commander Reed Weissman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen taking their first steps outside for their historic test flight. Before
space, it's photo ops. Orange suits on NASA's red carpet, and then the four astronauts taking their place at the top of the tower. Some last-minute goofing around, and then flying into history. After 5 dormant decades, moon missions are back.
We are in a space race. If human beings are going to endure, we have to find another planet to live on. The moon is the first step.
After liftoff, responsibility for the $1 billion spacecraft and 4 lives on board switches from Florida to mission control in Houston.
Liftoff confirmed. Copy liftoff.
And Flight Director Judd Freeling.
You're trying to always think 2 steps ahead of the vehicle.
Especially challenging the first 8 minutes of flight when the rocket is climbing into space.
I mean, it is a huge rocket. A lot of things going on in that 8 minutes.
For the first hours in space, the rocket will be in low Earth orbit. Then it's off to the moon for a 500,000-mile round trip. The capsule will curl around the moon's far side, head back to Earth, and splash down near San Diego.
This is a whole lot different than the Apollo missions, because the Apollo missions were basically stay for a day or 2 or 3 and then you're gone.
The Artemis missions are supposed to set up a platform for building a lunar base and a sustained presence on the moon.
They will have to get supplies up there. They will have to get habitat modules up there. I likened it to science fiction turning into science fact.
Now, the one thing these astronauts won't have much of during their 10 days in space, room to move around. The capsule's about the size of 2 minivans, but they can float, if that even counts as stretching your legs. It's just going to have to. Jess and Christine.
I was reading Jeremy Hansen, who stands like 6'2", was very aware that his height might be an issue up there.
They used to not allow people beyond 5'11" in the earlier missions, but now in the earlier missions of NASA, but now the spacecraft are that much bigger.
Thank you, Dick.
Well, and all planning aside, Mother Nature will have the final say in whether the launch happens during tonight's window. As of right now, the forecast in Florida appears to be cooperating.
Lonnie Quinn is in our immersive studio now with more on that weather checklist. Lonnie, how are things looking?
Well, right now, there's the picture behind me. You just showed the same one. I mean, it looks pretty good out there. But let's talk. Walk with me this way about the criteria that we've got to meet in order for the launch to take place. Here's what we're talking about. We're going to be talking about temperatures. We're going to be talking about cloud cover, talking about precipitation, all of it. In terms of your temperatures, they've got to be running somewhere between, say, 41 and 94 degrees. I do not see that as a problem at all. Winds, less than 33 miles per hour. As of right now, we're looking good. We're keeping an eye on wind gusts, but right now, looking good. Lightning, there cannot be any sort of a lightning strike anywhere within 10 miles of the launch pad, and it can't be anywhere within 30 minutes of the actual launch time. As far as clouds, no storm clouds within 3 miles. Precipitation, none at all. So, are we within the parameters in terms of temperatures and winds? Here you are. The window is 624 to 824. So you're 73, 72, 73 at 8 o'clock. And winds don't appear like they ever are blowing stronger than 15 miles per hour. So that's a good thing. We hit the winds. We've got the temperatures. What about precipitation? Well, if you take a look right now at the current situation, yeah, there's some scattered rain showers in Florida, even around the Cape. And there's your launch site. It's about 10 to 15 miles to the west. We have some raindrops, but the good news is with winds coming in from the east, all of that is getting pushed off deeper to the west. So that looks pretty good. I think right now we feel good about this launch. Weather-wise, there's a lot of other issues involved, but launch-wise, we're okay. Just want to leave you with this. In our area today, we hit 80 degrees. There will be some storms tonight. We drop you down big time tomorrow. It's only 48. More on our forecast a little bit later. Right now, it's all yours, guys.
You know, Lonnie, in our news business, we always saying is, you know, it ain't rocket science, but today for these folks, it is rocket science, isn't it?
You got it.
All right, thank you.
Of course, excitement is building all around the country, including right here at home about this new mission around the moon.
Addie Guajardo is at the Liberty Lions Center, where space fans are now gathering for a watch party. Addie.
Hey there, Christine and Jessica. Spectators are in for an immersive experience. Check out this planetarium. It's the largest one on the Western Hemisphere with 80 million pixels and 30,000 watts of sound. Spectators that will be in here today will be able to hear everything from that launch pad and see all those major details. They're expecting about 200 to 300 spectators to be in these seats watching that live stream. Now, this will be the first launch into the moon watch party held here at the Jennifer Charlesty Planetarium. A live feed from NASA will play here like it is right now on this massive screen, and an astronomy expert will walk sky lovers through this launch mission.
Science is one of the things that unites people. People have just a innate human curiosity to learn and explore, and I think this is a really, really great next step in exploring space a little bit better.
Now, the Science Center will also be providing live updates of this 10-day mission to those sky lovers. And Jessica and Christine, NASA actually reached out to me. They wanted me to be part of this mission, but I sadly had to.
April Fools. I got you.
April Fools, of course.
Thank you, Addie. Good one.
And do stay with us for continuing coverage of the launch. CBS News is planning special coverage at 6 p.m. Tony DeCopel live from Kennedy Space Center, counting down to liftoff. Let's begin this hour with the launch of Artemis II, which is now less than 1 hour away.
Excitement certainly building across the country, in fact, for this historic mission. The Artemis II crew made up of 3 Americans and 1 Canadian. Cameras have been rolling as the astronauts suited up, entered the capsule, and then strapped in for the launch. Here's a live look at Kennedy Space Center, Cape Canaveral, Florida, where the rocket is loaded now with more than 700,000 gallons of fuel, and it's actually taller than the Statue of Liberty. Gave you some perspective there. And as liftoff gets closer, all eyes, of course, right there on that launch pad.
Cristian Benavides live in Florida for us. And Cristian, we thought we'd run into a bit of a snag earlier when we were told the rocket's abort system appeared to malfunction. What could you tell us about that?
Jessica and Christine, that's absolutely right. It was a little bit touch and go there. An issue with the flight termination system, which is essentially a safety system within the rocket, but looks like that's been all cleared up. What they are watching is some weather, some offshore winds. We'll see if that has any effect on when this may launch. But so far, so good. I'm looking at the countdown clock. It's just off camera. It says 52 minutes and 44 seconds. So lots of excitement here. Now, if everything does go according to plan, what will happen is 6 seconds before the countdown clock hits 0, the solid rocket boosters will turn on right here, and then once it does hit 0, the core stage will turn on, and then this will lift off, marking a return to the moon more than 50 years in the making.
It's certainly an exciting time there, Christian. And you know, this does cost a lot of money to do. I mean, the launch itself is just $4 million. And some people might be saying, you know, that's a lot of money that we could be spending in other areas with all of the issues that we have here in this country. But what is the importance of space exploration?
Well, look, certainly the scientists here at NASA want to figure out what's going on. Space exploration is something, the moon has a lot of minerals. There's a lot that can be mined up there. There's certainly, they're looking at what space exploration could potentially mean for future generations as well. So again, this rocket, the Artemis II mission, set to lift off at potentially 6:24 when that window opens. More on space exploration. I mean, look, the goal of all of this is to eventually create a moon base, and once that moon base is created, is to potentially go even further into deep space, potentially even getting to Mars. That is what the goal is for NASA at this point. There's a lot of excitement around this launch. You know, it's a return more than 50 years in the making. There's also the space race that is happening between us and China. China says that they could potentially get people to the moon by 2030. The goal of NASA is to get people on the moon. Remember that this is a lunar flyby. So even though that they're going to the moon, it's a flyby. What the goal is for the Artemis IV mission, for there to actually be astronauts who are able to walk on the moon. So that's the next step as we open up this new chapter of space exploration.
And inspire the next generation of astronauts for sure. Cristian Benavides, thank you for that live report. T-minus 50 minutes.
And do stay with us for continuing coverage of tonight's launch. CBS News is planning special coverage beginning at 6 p.m.